flag go to jail. The president-elect proposed jail time or loss of citizenship for anyone caught burning the American flag. That's despite two U.S. Supreme Court rulings that protect the act under the First Amendment as a form of free speech. Regardless, Trump tweeted that no one should be allowed to burn the flag, and if they do, there should be consequences. So the First Amendment regarding the American flag is our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. We've posted all of our topics that we'll be talking about this morning there. And on Twitter, you can always send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us live in the newsroom is our panel led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico. We have public policy analyst Jackie Valley and Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so I know what you're going to say first.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm going to say first. Yesterday, the best university in Texas improved its record to 12-0 on the season. I want to point out that of the Division I schools in Texas, Sam Houston State University has the best record of any Division I school in the state of Texas in 2016. So there you go. That's your in-depth sports report, Nate Griffin. Okay, now, here we go. When Donald Trump tweeted out this tweet about the flag burning, let me clarify a couple things. Donald Trump has a right to his own personal opinion, but when you're the president-elect or the president of the United States, you don't have a right to attack the Constitution that you swore to uphold. And that's the problem. That's what caused the firestorm of controversy that was created by this tweet. The United States Constitution does not allow us to revoke the citizenship of citizens, so that was a problem with that. But Jackie Valley, when he said this, you don't have the right as the president-elect to attack that which you swore to uphold.
His tweet stated his opinion. He felt that if you burn the flag, that there are certain consequences that should be held. His tweet did not say that this is what the Constitution says. His tweet did not say this is going to happen. His tweet pretty much said, this is my opinion of what should happen to these people. Just as when our president has said whenever Kaepernick would not take his knee, he disagreed with that. Or the president has said he disagrees with a lot of our laws on immigration. As a president, you still have your own personal opinion, and that's what his tweet said. He did not say that it was against the Constitution.
Is it dangerous for a president-elect to make statements like that?
Well, this is the beginning of a lot of dangerous things that the president-elect has been doing. Let me just say this. Whenever I see somebody burning the flag or disrespecting the national anthem or the flag, I cringe. I personally have issues with it. At the same time, that is a constitutional right that I would fight for, and many Americans have fought and died for. So it's a very important thing, and the job of the President of the United States is to uphold that Constitution and hold it in a very sacred way. So when President-elect Donald Trump treats it very cavalierly, one of the fundamental, principal values of this nation, and uses his Twitter just as a matter of fact, like this, we should take away this person's citizenship. It is dangerous and it's scary.
All right, let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, let's check in on Twitter now and go to a couple of the tweets that we're seeing there. First up from Cameron, she says, I 100% agree with Trump. If you burn the American flag, you don't deserve to live here. And she says, get out of our country. And then Bernie Sanders just tweeting this out within the last 12 hours. He says Trump's focus should not be a few people who might burn the American flag. It should be on working families and combating climate change. So two different sides of the issue there for you.
And I don't think very few people would disagree with the premise that we shouldn't be burning our own flag, Jackie. I mean, it's an abhorrent practice.
It is.
But when you have a First Amendment, when you have freedom of speech and the right to protest against your government, you have to respect that, as the U.S. Supreme Court said. Justice Scalia said it's an abhorrent practice, but we have to protect it.
I think what we're seeing, though, is an overarching theme that's have been occurring the last several years with many liberals, from Kaepernick taking the knee and disrespecting our national anthem, to a lot of liberals protesting, and in some instances protesting and injuring other people and harming a lot of property because they disagree with with our election process. Or you're seeing a lot of liberals going out and killing cops. There's a blatant disrespect by so many liberals of our American policies, of our American system, of just being an American. And so this is burning the American flag in protest of the election process is just another long list of things that liberals have been doing for many, many years that is showing how they disrespect our country.
This is reminiscence of the 60s, right? That people that protested the Vietnam War are labeled liberals. And just now, the person who killed the police officer is labeled a liberal without knowing anything about the person. As a blanket statement, people that have killed police officers are liberals. This is just this type of conversation, not just from Jackie, but from people in general, to label their opponents in an abhorrent way politically is just the kind of problems we're having in our country to have, decent political discourses. Because if you make the other person the enemy, someone that you can't deal with anymore, then you can't have a political process. And that's what we've got to get beyond.
All right.
Well, I think we've seen that there's been a 76% increase against law enforcement, targeted crimes against law enforcement officers.
But you can't say that liberals are the ones that are killing police officers, because that just is the wrong thing to do.
Many of them have been coming from a group called Black Lives Matter, and they are politically liberal.
All right, but that doesn't make them all liberals. I think that's
if you say police officers are being killed by liberals, that's just a wrong thing to say. And someone who works with police officers, that is just wrong.
I work with police officers also. Again, there's been a 76%.
You can't say police officers being killed by liberals.
Increase of targeted crimes against police officers.
All right, guys.
If you look at what the FBI says, most of those people are liberals.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it right there.
That's not what the FBI says,
All right,
Jackie.
guys.
That's
we're
false.
We're going to leave it right there. We'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Not.
That's false.
No, it's not.
Really good
That's
topic.
false.
No, it's not.
We're going to let them continue the discussion. It sounds like a whole other topic for another day, so we'll get to that at some point. All right. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.